And today I'm in the kitchen with our friends at Bel Gioioso, and I'm going to show you how to make the easiest butternut squash risotto. To make this risotto absolutely delectable, we're going to be using Bel Gioioso shaved Parmesan as well as their grated Parmesan and Bel Gioioso's mascarpone. And then we've also got a butternut squash, arborio rice, which is a short grain rice. It's the best for risotto. Some crushed red pepper flakes, lemon zest and juice, fresh sage, shallots, white wine, and some butter. We've also got some chicken stock going on the stove. All right, so here's the deal. Before we just started filming, I was talking with my friend Rachel here about ordering risotto in a restaurant, and risotto is delicious. I love it, but I feel like it's maybe not the move to order in a restaurant. And people think it's like this super fancy thing that like you can only eat out, but I think risotto is best when you make it at home, and these Bel Gioioso cheeses and the mascarpone just really take it to the next level. It's super creamy and it feels special, so let's make it. So I'm just gonna peel the squash, cube it up, and roast it in the oven. And what's great about this recipe is you could really make this recipe year-round and just kind of substitute out the butternut with whatever vegetable or root vegetable is in season at that particular time. All right, now I'm going to toss these in some oil, salt, pepper, and we'll get these in the oven. We have a surprise guest here that would like to impart some knowledge. Get over here. Why am I doing this, Rin?
Well, you don't want to overcrowd the pan because
why not?
Then the vegetables...
I thought crowding is fun. Like you have friends and like we love to crowd.
No, this crowding is really fun.
But why isn't this crowding fun?
Is not fun because then the vegetables will they're too close together, so they're going to steam on the pan.
And steaming is bad.
Mush. It makes. I mean, I like a nice crispy situation.
You're so right.
And since you'll be eating this, you have a stake in this.
I think I have a
turning out well.
say because. Are you putting like the whole pieces into the risotto, or how's this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, it'd be one thing I feel like if it was being blended.
Yeah,
up,
this isn't baby food, okay?
Nope.
The feed.baby is not
no baby food.
It's not live.
So yes.
Okay.
Two beautiful pans.
Thank you, chef. All right, and now we will mince the shallot for the base of our risotto. And now I'm gonna chop up some fresh sage because sage, butternut squash, I mean, come on, it's a party. We got it from the camera lady. Love that. I'm over the stove now. As you can tell, scene change. I'm gonna bring just a little bit of chicken stock we've got here. This is 5 cups. And we're just gonna gently warm this. So let's start the risotto. In our pot here, I'm going to melt some butter and oil. I like to use a mixture because the butter gives nice flavor and you're not cooking at too high of a temperature, so it's not gonna like burn out or anything. Now I'm going to add my minced shallots here and just cook these till they're nice and softened. I'm also gonna give them a quick season with some salt, pepper, and crushed red pepper flakes. Now I'm going to add the arborio rice. I like to just toast it for like 2 minutes or so that it has a nice toasty flavor. I want to coat it in all that delicious buttery shallot business. All right, the rice is looking nice and toasty. I'm gonna add some wine and we're gonna reduce it. Now I'm going to start adding the stock about a cup at a time and mixing as I go. Go in again, keep stirring. It's smelling really nice. At this point, I've added all of my broth, so now I'm going to continue to stir it, but I'm also gonna try the risotto now to see where we're at. You kind of want to cook this risotto till it's like, you still want it to have a toothsome bite. Like if you try a spoonful of it and it just tastes like mush, it's probably too far. If you try it and there's like a crunch in the rice, then you still got some time to go. So I'm just gonna give it a try to see where we're at. It's hot. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, I think we're like almost there. There really wasn't much of a bite there and I don't want to go too far. The risotto is good to go. I'm gonna move it off heat and we are gonna add in some finishing touches. All right, the key to any delicious risotto is the liaisons that you're finishing them with. So I'm gonna be using Bel Gioioso grated parm, about half a cup. If you're not sure where to find this in the grocery store, it's not in the dairy section. You'll find it in the specialty cheese case by the deli. And we're also gonna be adding mascarpone. Okay, so I will be honest, this is a recipe that was developed by our senior food editor, Molly Adams, and she was actually the first person that showed me that you can finish your risottos with mascarpone, and ever since she showed me that, it's like a total pro move, like you have to do it. It's so creamy, so delicious, so shout out to Molly. We're also gonna add in the sage, and we're gonna grate a lemon into this. Lemon zest, lemon juice, also a very important addition at the end. It's just gonna brighten up the whole situation and your taste buds are gonna be on fire. And then last but certainly not least, the butternut that we roasted from before. Remember this guy? I'll save some for garnish. I would just like to say, wow, this is really something. All right, last thing I'm gonna do is just add a little salt and pepper. All right, let's try it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Yum. All right, I'm gonna plate this now. Here she goes. All right, and I'm gonna finish this guy off with some Bel Gioioso freshly shaved Parmesan. So Bel Gioioso is celebrating their 40th anniversary this year, and all I can say is I hope that one day I celebrate a 40th anniversary with someone and I love them as much as I love this cheese. Enter sobbing in the background. Okay, we've got Catherine back who gave us a just marvelous tip about the butternut squash. I mean, look how it turned out.
I'm here every day, guys.
It looks incredible. You really are. All right, let's give it a try, shall we?
This is just such a luscious.
Right, there's still a little bite, but it's not like pudding.
Right, it's perfect. The butternut squash roasted so nicely because they weren't overcrowded on the pan.
Totally. Like that is really what makes this dish. Like nothing else about it. Just the crowding on the pan.
Yes, very good. Very pleased. Can I take it with me?
Yep.
Bye.
Cool. Bye. All right, if you want